Welcome back, everybody, to episode 17.
17, I believe.
God,
17.
it's fucking been a while.
Yeah, bear with us here.
Yeah, we've been off our game, okay? Yeah. Let's call it how it is. This is only the second episode of January. We're nearly at the end. We get it, okay? We haven't had our act together.
Yeah, no.
But don't worry.
It's not the only thing that's off. My voice is a little shaky this morning.
Yeah, Dom, why is that? For those who aren't following us on Instagram.
Well, one thing is I'm changing the lives of the youth of America, specifically Santa Monica youth basketball players. I'm coaching. So I do that Saturdays, Sundays. Also, I'm sure you guys saw last night.
On our Instagram. If you didn't, you're missing out on some prime content.
That first story definitely started with a bang.
Yeah, absolutely.
I put that on and I took a picture. I didn't realize how much of a fucking idiot I look like.
Hey, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was iconic.
It was definitely worth it. I thought it gave me a good laugh, so hopefully it did to you as well. But it was super fun, actually. We went to like this Eagles bar, and it was El Segundo, wow. And everyone came. It was super fun. I was a little skeptical, I was telling you. A little skeptical. I thought I didn't know how it was going to be. It outperformed my expectations. It was fucking live.
So I went to dinner with Kathy and Leia and Taylor and So. Shout out. And I walked into that bar. And, Dom, I've never seen you at Disneyland. I've only heard you talk about it. And I think it puts it to shame.
Yeah.
I mean, over the moon, ear to ear smiling. Something would happen and Dom would turn to someone and talk to them as though like they just won an Olympic gold medal. It was it was a sight to see.
I say it all the time. That's the best part about being a fan right there. Is the journey.
Not the destination.
Nope, it's not.
Love that for you. Love that journey for you. Anyways, let's get into kind of what the main part of this episode is going to be. Coming at you guys with another guest. We've been going buck wild with the guests.
This one is special to me specifically, and I'm glad, Lauren, you finally got to meet him, and you've heard me talk about him a lot. And I had mentioned him on a couple episodes ago. Mm-hmm. The Buddy Company. And we got the owner of that and the CEO, the starter, the guy that does it all, my friend Gian. Like I said, we met at Nike, and he kind of gets into it, but we kind of just met kind of right away, just like same age. He's super cool. Yeah, hit it off. And when you're in that kind of place, like, some things suck, so it's like easy to find people that are going through the same things that we were. And got to hang out, and he became like, people talk about like work friends, and I never really had like a work friend, so to say, and that's how it kind of started. And I hadn't even seen him in a while, so it was awesome to get to talk to him. But really cool interview. Kind of gets into the backstory of what the Buddy Company means, and then gets to talk a little bit about what you guys can look forward to seeing in the future, which is, from what we got to hear, really cool.
Yeah, it's been really amazing featuring people who are kind of at our similar era of life, and just coming up with these really cool projects and things that they're passionate about, and just getting really creative with, I don't know, just with what they're doing, and not only doing like a job for a job, like really doing cool things on the side. I loved hearing Gian's story. I related to a lot of it, and I'm super glad that I got to meet him, and that also we get the opportunity to feature him, because he's also like so incredibly supportive of us.
He's very, very
like he always liking our stuff, always just making sure that like we feel like supported and like trying to do this. So I'm really glad we got to kind of return the favor with bringing him on. Without any further ado,
enjoy the interview with Gian
on this computer.
All right,
okay,
we're back. Welcome, Gian. To all you guys that don't know him, I did a little intro before this, but I'm gonna give it to Gian to kind of
catch him up to speed,
to give a little bit about yourself. And I had mentioned that we worked at Nike together, good times and bad times, I think we can both say. But I'll give it to you. Kind of introduce yourself, and then kind of our experience, how we became friends and working together.
Yeah. So what's up, everyone? My name is Gian Ekatar. I'm the founder of the Buddy Company. It's a brand that highlights genuine friendships and the growth that we experience with each other. I met Dom working at Nike. Uh, Almost instantly became like a homie. Just
For
like,
sure.
yeah. Just I found out he was from the Bay, and like I was just like, dang, that's crazy. Me too, bro. Let's be friends. Um, but yeah, I moved to LA summer of 21. Um,
Nice.
and then started working in Nike. And then at the same time, I was doing my brand. So uh, trying to like make it out there, I guess, like make it in LA, the dream.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and like was doing that. Uh, and just having a bunch of fun with like the people around me. And yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
wondering
no,
again.
because I remember like when we first met too, it was like we almost had like a little crew of like five of us that would like
Yeah.
hang out, kind of all the same age, and like it was just like almost like our own little clique, you know. It was
Mhm.
really cool. Yeah,
Cute.
it was cool because
Yeah.
working in the retail can be hard sometimes.
The
It's
hours
trauma bonding.
like a girl.
Yeah.
Literally, it was a grind for sure. So
Yeah.
it was good to have people like Gian. And I remember too, like when getting to know each other too, you're like, yeah, I got my brand too. So it's cool to see you kind of saying how you moved down to LA and kind of trying to make it like you said. So speaking of
Yeah.
the Buddy Company, I know you kind of mentioned it, but give us like the backstory of like how you kind of came up with it and like the message behind it.
Yeah. So the whole tagline is to highlight genuine friendship and growth that we experience with each other. So it's a brand that was inspired off of like my closest homies. Like I think we all have people in our lives that help us grow and like help us mature and also help us through like super tough times. And the brand is designed to highlight those people and um, really showcase what it is like to be a good friend and really what it's like to go on this journey of self-development and growth. um, I think uh, kind of a mission, really, it's not really on the brand, but like to me the mission is to redefine what it means when we put on some clothes. Like I know people like put on clothes to look cool, like to really showcase who they are. And the brand is meant to uh, be a part of that and really be a part of like and bring value to what we wear
Mm.
as humans.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing I'll say too is like when I ordered mine, obviously I ordered it way too late. It was a long time coming, but I got
No
mine.
worries, bro.
And I'll give props to you, like, and we'll kind of touch on it later, but like the fact that you wrote your own handwritten message and like you said, you give it to everyone, and like obviously it's personalized, which is like crazy. Whether it's a small one, just saying, "Hey, support the brand," but it's just cool, and that is like another example. Like a lot of people, I think, have these mission statements. Like yours is to be a good friend and true friendships, and like writing a note to someone is one step closer to being a true friend.
Yeah.
Um,
I
and you're
love it.
yeah, and your kind of answer kind of led into the next one. But one thing I've always admired about you is your fashion. Even at Nike, you always fitted. Um,
Appreciate it, bro.
yeah. So we were kind of talking like, did you always know that your business was going to be something in clothes
Mhm.
and had something to do with fashion? Like, has that always been a passion of yours, or did
uh,
you think it was going to go a different way?
I think I always like looking cool, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't I don't think I have the best fashion because there's definitely people out there that are like, yo, but that's not me really.
I mean, I don't think we're
Um
like stars of the
Yeah.
show here today with
My
our.
vest
I
is
feel bad
really
that we're
done.
not repping
I
the
know.
sweat. You should have brought your
I know
sweatshirt.
I was coaching.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
It's
I
been a
tried to
hectic
order
Sunday.
mine a while ago and they were out of the size I wanted, so I need to go back and look and order one. Anyways, we totally, yeah.
but yeah, no, it's it like I obviously had a I guess like a inkling of like trying to look cool and like I always had like a want to look cool, but um I also like always admired people on like YouTube, admired people on like Instagram that like yo, this is my brand, yo, this is blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And it just naturally came that like I wanted to start my clothing brand. It was just one of those things where I was going through like a really really hard time in like life. It was probably like my second year of college. I was like just going through it like hard because I'm not really a good student. But I pride myself on a good worker. But because of that, because I wasn't a good student, I like equated my worth to my grades. So it's like that was just like always bringing me down. And I was tired of it. Like all throughout high school, all throughout middle school, just never really had like the true confidence. And now that I'm like, so yeah, so what I ended up doing was like dropping out because I was like, I just need space. I need a like
Yeah.
break. I need a reset with like what my life is. Like, I don't see my life as being like a 9 to 5 really.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
I don't see my life being like clock in, clock out, go home. Yeah, it's just never really appealed to me. Maybe it's because like I immortalize like these people I see online. Like
Yeah.
it's like, damn, this fool has a Lambo, this fool has this, and
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like, and everyone's like, F a 9 to 5, F the like,
Yeah.
you want to be doing this, do that, do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I never really um really like I never really I guess like saw myself like doing a 9 to 5 because I'm like, oh, these people aren't doing 9 to 5s to get what they have. So I want to do
Hmm.
something different.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like very young me, like mentality of, yeah, I'm gonna start my own business to get like all the money, like all give me the money, like I'm gonna change my life with this.
Mhm.
But obviously, like maturing, the mission begins to be something different, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so back to me, I dropped out of college, and I was like, my parents are immigrants, so they sacrificed a whole lot to come over here.
Yeah.
Um, like I think my dad has one of the most interesting stories I've ever heard, but he worked literally every single job you can think of. Like he was the dude who picked peas in the field, the dude who was working at McDonald's, used car salesman,
Wow.
Jesus.
Done it
realtor,
all.
Yeah.
not at all, yeah. And like he like knowing that, I'm like, if I'm gonna drop out, I need to really like make something of myself, you know,
That's
like there's no the thing that I want is to make my parents proud and like make my
yeah.
family proud and like
Yeah.
um a big motivating factor is that like I want to show them like they didn't make all those sacrifices for nothing, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, so like I was like, okay, what can I do? What can I do with what am I good at and what can people relate to? Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
like I was doing all this research like how to do a successful business, how to do like what works, what doesn't, right? And like the some of the things that came up was like relatability,
Hmm.
a good product, obviously, and also uh like a good story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
um I was like, okay, first of all, what am I good at? I'm good at people. I'm good
Yeah.
at like talking to people,
Yeah.
kind of. I do, yeah, kind of. But yeah, I'm good at talking to people. I'm good at being a homie. Number
Yes.
one, like I think that's the biggest thing. I'm good
I
at
would
being a
agree
homie.
with that.
Yeah. And two, what am I passionate about? I'm passionate about sports, but I'm also passionate about like fashion and style. Like I can appreciate a good fit. I can appreciate also good art too.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, it was a combination of that. Um, I get, oh no, also the story. So the story of my life is like I'm super sad. Like I've been super sad like pretty much my whole life, but it's the homies that were around me that really brought me up and started to help me build who I am
Yeah.
and build my confidence, right? And yeah, so I was like, okay, let me do clothes, make it about the homies, and then let me be the homie that people can like see that's doing it.
Yeah.
In a way, like I feel like uh, I want to inspire like not just like the people that I don't know, but mainly the people that are around me.
Mhm.
Like, because they see me doing the brand, they're like, "Dang, this is like dope!" Like, I support you so much, and like that was just like another bonus for me.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
would say even for us, like one of the reasons, at least for me, was like seeing people like you. Like I have some friends that do stuff, and like you were like a huge inspiration too. Like Gian's doing it. He moved down to LA to do it, and it's like why? Obviously, it's possible, right? Um,
yeah,
so that's really cool. And like one thing I also was telling her about, and like what I've always admired too about the way you do the buddy company is like you truly do it like on your own. Like you show the videos of like you printing out the designs, you do the designs, you're writing it, you're shipping them out, like you're going to the post office, doing all these things. So one of our questions to you is like walk us through a day in the life of really a guy that
Damn.
does own his own business and does it himself.
Sure. So I guess like um there's two versions of this, like because there is like so many things to do when it comes to running like a business like
Yeah.
this. I guess like a, one of the most common days is just like me doing all the back end stuff in
Mm,
terms
Yeah.
of designing either like the clothes, researching like blanks, new blanks, uh, getting in touch with like new people to screen print and get all the production done. And also like just thinking of stuff
yeah.
to thinking of content to, because like as much as like I think I'm a creative person, I don't think I'm creative enough yet.
Yeah.
Like I because I see like there's a bunch of people that I see on Instagram and they're like they're doing this and that. Obviously, it's not like good to compare, but it's good to get inspiration from.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
and it's not necessarily like I'm not degrading myself for that. I'm just like, damn, bro, like they're doing that. Okay,
Yeah.
what can I do that can make myself different, you know?
Yeah.
Um, but so yeah, so a day in the life is just doing all that, like the blanks or researching, creating content, like, and also just like I don't know, just staying at home, bro. Like too. Like
Yeah.
I work from home now, so like it's just doing all that. And I guess, but also after like after all the pre-production's done, and like something released and like I'm doing all that, that's the most stressful time.
Yeah.
Like my stress level is like
Yeah.
taller than me, like my freaking and it's like through the roof because it's like you want to get these items out fast as possible, right? Next day if possible. And you're trying to figure out, okay, this didn't sell that well. How am I gonna sell that more? Like what did I do in the pre-production incorrectly where I can apply to now, I guess? Like where can
Mhm.
I continue to grow? Um, so that is just like waking up, um, and like packing all orders. Yeah, because like you also have like hella orders you have to pack,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like, you look at it and it's like, damn, bro, like I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Like, um, but yeah, you try to get it done as fast as possible because you're trying to have the best customer service as possible. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm trying to be known for like getting it out quick. Like
Mhm.
um, and I'm really just trying to uh, package it up and then get it out to the USPS.
Yeah.
And yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Because like we've talked to like a couple people that have started their own stuff, and like they have help. Obviously, like they're the main, but they got people that work for them. And that was one thing where I was like, I don't think Gene, because even when we talked, it was like he really just does everything by himself.
I
Like,
can't imagine. That's so much work, like
yeah.
fulfilling all those orders and even just this is so random, but just this week for work, I was sending out merch for like some of our creators and that was only like 20 and that took me like a whole afternoon. I'm waiting in line at the post office. So props. I can't imagine. Like that's
Yeah.
hard work.
I also think it's just one of those things where it's like it's my creation,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like I want it done this way
the way
now.
right.
that you, yeah,
Totally.
which is
Yeah,
fair.
and it's not like you can tell someone to do it this way
Yeah,
because it's like it won't ever be the way I want it to be. So I'm just
Yeah.
like I'm on it.
yeah,
But yeah, I guess that's in a curse though because it's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
I'm just stressed all the time. But yeah.
Yeah. Our next question. I know you kind of talked about life before and like how school. So, and it doesn't have to be a long one, but if you could give yourself a pep talk from 3 years ago, like if you could talk to yourself 3 years ago, what would kind of
Okay.
be some of the things that you would say?
That's a really good question. That's a really
Yeah.
good question. That's 2020. That's probably like when I'd probably say like um because at that point I was really like down on myself
Hmm.
in terms of like confidence. Like there's nothing really wrong with like where I was, but just like me, I wasn't
Yeah.
very like confident what I was doing. And I probably taught myself like continue to work out on yourself, and then
Yeah.
but also work out on your ability, like really lean into like what you're good at.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like for me, I was like a bigger dude, um, and like that really toyed with my confidence. So really, just like continuing to work out, because that was the time I started to like really dive into fitness and like dive into that like physical work. And like I think that's the easiest way to develop yourself, is to work on your outside. Because like you're dedicating the time to yourself, and you're dedicating the work that you put into yourself and no one else. So I would tell myself that to continue to work out, really have a strict regimen, um, to show love to yourself. As much as it's hard work, in a way, you're showing so much love to yourself by excluding time to work on yourself, right? And then I would also tell myself, just to like be more present, because I realized like um, back then, like I would really be thinking about what I did. Like I would like I'm one of those people where like like close my eyes and I'll just run through scenarios in my head,
Yeah.
and I'm like, why did I
Same.
say
Yeah.
that, bro? Just like why? And then just that would just like keep me up the rest of the day or the rest of the night. And I'm just like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
Um, but no, honestly, like it's just being starting, tell myself to be that's okay. Like tell myself that like, yeah, you can't fix it, but it's more of like, that's okay, you'll learn the next time.
Mm.
Like for example, right now, so I'm in Long Beach right now.
Yeah.
I was this whole weekend I've been doing like an expo or like a trade show. Just
Mhm.
attending that, like trying to network and like trying to like meet a bunch of people. But in my head, I that's still like that's in bed like replaying scenarios. He's
Yeah.
still in there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like I'm like I'm trying to network, I'm trying to meet all these people, but it's like, bro, do I want to
Yeah.
go? Do I want to go? Like there was this
Yeah.
dude, yeah, there was this dude yesterday. I was just standing there. He was speaking, and then um he said, oh, like being coming where I'm from, Vallejo, no one really does stuff like this. And I was like, Vallejo, I'm from the Bay too. Like, what's
Yeah.
up?
Yeah.
In my
Yeah.
head. And then when he got down in my head, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to him. I'm gonna go talk to him. I'm gonna go talk to him. It took me like 15 minutes to go up and talk to him. So it's just like, for me, it's just like telling myself that's okay. Like
Mm.
to be like anxious, it's okay to have the hesitation, because it's like you learn from it. And I tell myself a lot that I'm young, bro. Like I'm really young. Like we're all like in the age where we're supposed to be the dumb 20 something year old that doesn't
Yeah.
know how to do anything. You
Yeah.
know, like this is the age where like um you start to learn and really push into being insecure and like being into like just being scared. And like I think that's okay
Yeah.
to be scared. Yeah, that's probably something else I would tell myself. Like it's okay to be scared of like the things that you're trying to pursue, because like the fear and like really like the worry that you have you to be better.
Yeah.
Like will push you to not just like create something that's like mid. You want to create something like it'll push you to make something that's really nice.
Yeah.
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 I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Those were good answers.
I'm a firm believer that life happens outside your comfort zone. So I love the like it's okay to be scared, because I feel like sometimes we're like, no, I'm not going to do this because this is stressful, or it's like a bit of a risk involved,
Yeah.
but like you never know until you try. So I love that.
Yeah. And it's really like it's fine. Like it's okay to be
Yeah.
Yeah.
scared. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like um I've definitely a lot, it's only been what, like 20 days into the year,
Yeah.
and like I've definitely pushed myself out of my comfort zone so much, and it's been very rewarding. Like if
Yeah.
anyone's like listening to this, it's like you have that fear within you when you try to go do something, because the old you is trying to prevent that,
I love
and
that.
but like you're trying to push past that. So
Yeah.
obviously, but the old you doesn't want to change.
Mhm.
So it's just like it's just being like okay with being scared.
Yeah.
Words of wisdom.
Yeah. Seriously.
Wow. Sunday service over
Yes.
here.
Yes.
Come
My
on, come
gosh.
on.
That was great.
Yeah.
I love that. I feel like, yeah, in 2020 was such a obviously a unique year for a
Yeah.
variety of reasons, but it's
Yeah,
crazy to think that that was 3 years ago now, and like all the things that people have done, I don't know, through COVID and through these years. And like you said, in our young 20s, like it's cool to see everybody trying these new projects and things and dedicating
yeah.
themselves to it. and
And it's
sticking with
really,
it.
Yeah.
yeah, and it's really like you prevent yourself from doing the things that you want to do.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can immortalize or like idolize the people who we see online and like say like, oh my gosh, they're so cool. Oh my gosh, they're like they're a big celebrity, you know. But like at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's like they push themselves to do that.
Mm.
Yeah,
Like they themselves push the share button on Instagram to show what they're doing every day.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
they
that
themselves, yeah, put
that
themselves out.
that's
Yeah.
I just saw a TikTok this morning. Classic Lauren's famous words. But I saw one, it was like an audio of someone being like, "Oh, if you are supposed to go to work at 8 a.m., like you're gonna be there. If you work at a restaurant and your boss asks you to take out the trash, like you're gonna do it. So like why do we tell ourselves like on Friday I'm gonna start a YouTube channel and then like
Don't
you
do
don't
it.
do it?" It's like an issue of like also like respecting yourself and like believing in yourself, and like that hit home because I've been saying for years like all these different things and things I want to do, and like it's hard. It's hard to like hold yourself accountable and be like, I don't know, and just wanting to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Because then it just becomes a cycle,
Yeah.
right? Like you're just like, oh, let me go start this. Let me go start something, right? And then right when you're about to like do it, you're just like, it's okay, it's okay, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then maybe like a couple days later, you're like, oh, let's go do it. And then you go back, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I feel it though. I feel it. Like that's like what I go through. Like that's a war every day.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Like for me, because like I get up and like I have to make something of myself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have to put all these pieces together. Um, but like, and that's hard itself. Like that's hard to like reach out to people you don't know,
Yeah.
or like just send a cold email. Like that gets my heart racing, and I'm just at home, you know, and like it's just like you just gotta do it. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
don't be your worst enemy.
I love that.
I like
I
that.
love that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
our so we've got to hear kind of the backstory, but now I'm going to give you an opportunity to kind of talk about goals for the Buddy Company in 2023, or if you have any upcoming drops in the next couple months, or your ideas to kind of
What can
tell
we
us,
expect
yeah,
to see?
what can we look forward to as
This
fans?
one too. So, um, I really want to do like the goal. Okay, I in December, I've been doing a lot of planning for this year. And one of the biggest goals was to do like 5 or 6 releases.
Yeah.
Um, and like that's the most I have like since I've had the company, I've only done like 3 or 4.
Mm,
Um, and like 5 or 6 would really um, help me get better as a businessman, and also me get better at like a designer, and or I don't like calling myself a designer, more of like me myself as a creative person.
mm,
Um, and uh, I also like maybe in those releases, at the expo, I actually found like some dope suppliers. So maybe we'll see some pants, maybe we'll see some
okay. I
Ooh.
like it.
cardigans, maybe
Yes.
we'll see some vests.
Nice.
Hey.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah. um, but definitely like we're gonna see a lot of uh items that mean a lot to me. So like a lot of the art that I create with my friends, um, they're based off of like struggles that I've been through. So whether it's like the first one I did was togetherness, was about togetherness, and that's because like that's what the brand is. It's about being
Mhm.
together and like with your friends. And then the second one I did was building a new you, um, just like putting in strength, knowledge, and ambition in the new self. And then the third one I did was finding your constant, and that's the one that you have
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
That's just like in stressful situations,
Yeah,
we try to like find the one thing that doesn't change,
yeah.
and that's the thing that we can use to as a platform to jump. And then this most recent one that we did was called For the Dreamer, and that that this one honestly felt like the most special to me,
Mm,
just because in 2022 I didn't get to release really like anything, because like I actually moved back home.
yeah.
I didn't want to move back home, but like I had a falling out with my roommate, so I had to come back home.
Mhm.
And then we and then that struggle was like, do I really want to do the brand? Like, do I have the confidence enough to push harder, to push past like that discomfort of like of building my own thing? And also like, do I really want to do this? Um, and I remember this so vividly, but I was on a camping trip by myself for the first time, and I just looked up to the sky and like I was like, God, do I want this? Like for real? Like, do I really want
Mhm.
this? And then I was like, what is the dream? And then yeah, I was like, that's what the brand is gonna be. Oh, that's what the next release is. It's gonna be
Mhm.
for the dreamer. Like I had to
Cool.
define what my dream was, because everyone has dreams, but I wanted to define what mine were and start to build those.
Yeah.
Um, and uh yeah, so like this last one was for the dreamer. These next couple ones are going to be a little bit more different too. These next couple ones, um they're going to be you're gonna have to see. You're gonna
I
have to
like
see.
that. I like that.
Yeah,
Yay.
I was about to give a little spoiler, but I was like,
Nah.
Nah. Make me wait.
yeah,
And
so yeah.
that's awesome. And then kind of our last closing question, like we close every episode, your song of the week or song of the
Yes,
day.
let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's been waiting for this one.
Yeah, I know. I was listening to Bobby's episode,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Damn, this fool sounds so smart, bro." I'm like, they
Yeah.
got me following this fool up. I'm like,
No,
bro.
it's actually so funny because Bobby's, I think he talked about Matt on the episode.
Yeah.
They're best friends. And Matt, I think, commented on our thing like I'm not smart enough to comprehend what he's saying in this thing. No, he's literally like,
Yeah.
there's a reason why he's gonna be the president. Like all of a sudden, it's just like
He's funny.
corporate Bobby.
He's funny.
Like he talks that way on LinkedIn, and it cracks me up and be like, "Congratulations, Lauren." It's like, when have you called me Lauren? It's
Yeah.
always LG. Like, what's going on? That's oh my god, that's so funny you said that.
That's actually hilarious.
But okay, yeah. So my song of the week is actually one of my homies. I highlighted him for the For the Dreamer campaign. His name is Olivier.
Mhm.
And my favorite song by him is called Smile for Me. Um, it's a cool little like summer vibe in the winter.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
you need
it's
I
that.
like those. Yeah.
yeah. And it's cool because like I knew who he wrote the song about too. So
Hmm.
it's just like extra special to me.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I'm always just listening to that, bumping it. Yeah.
That's really cool.
that's
Yeah,
dope.
the
Well, we'll
homie
add
Olivia.
it. We're gonna have to
Yeah.
make a because we haven't really figured out how often we want to do like the playlist. I know we did one for like August, September, and October, August through November.
Hmm.
So maybe we'll do like December through like February or something. So that'll definitely
That'll
be
be on there.
featured on the next playlist. And maybe we'll
Yeah.
give it a shout out on our story or
Yeah.
something. But that's dope, and that's cool that you know the person who wrote the
Yeah.
song. That's
Yeah.
What's
super
dope
cool.
too is that like he's very underground. Like not a lot of people know about him.
Yeah.
So everyone run the streams up. Run the stream.
Yes. And that's
Yeah,
the
'cause-
best when you like can intro the new artist to your group.
Yeah.
Like, have you guys heard of this new artist? And then like everyone's obsessed. That's the
dude,
best.
that's
So
yeah, it's literally the best. Yeah.
Just another
Yeah.
example of Gian being a good homie.
yeah, look
Plugging
at
his
that. Look at
plugging his
that.
friend. Plugging his friend
Appreciate
for
it.
a song.
I love it.
Mention on good homies. I was just talking to Mark earlier.
Yeah.
So shout out the boy Mark out.
Yes. Shout
I
out
was like, dude,
Mark.
I was about to be. I told him I was like, I'm gonna be on Drink Harder today, and then he was like, oh no way, and he was like, you better give me a shout out, and I was like, all right, I got you, bro.
I got
So Mark,
you.
shout out, bro.
Here it is, Mark.
Mark, this is your moment.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met Mark.
No.
But
we all got to get together one time. We'll figure out a time where
Yes, bro.
you and Mark can come hang out with us, and we'll have a good
Yes,
time.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so down.
Yeah.
be a
But
part
yeah.
of the weekend recap.
Yeah. Oh,
That'd be an
yeah.
epic one.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
All
Yeah,
right,
I'd
look,
love to.
Jen, this has been awesome.
Yeah, thank you so
Yeah.
much for coming on.
This
was
is a long
great.
time coming. And it's been forever since I've kind of talked about it. It's been forever since, we text or whatever through Instagram and
Yeah.
our numbers and stuff, but it's been a while since I got to see you and like
Yeah,
actually
bro.
talk to you. So we'll link up soon. But thanks for coming
Sure.
on.
And check
That's
out
love.
the Buddy Company
Buddy
is
Company?
on our Snip feed. I think it has
Yeah.
been for a while.
Yeah.
So it's still living there.
Give it a
If
look.
anyone wants to go check it out, I'm excited to see what you come up with this year.
Yeah.
The new drops.
Appreciate y'all for real. Appreciate y'all for real. Thank you for the opportunity
course.
to speak on here.
Of course.
But yeah, like Dom, yeah, let's kick it. LG, let's kick it.
Yes. Look, we got to meet in real life
Yes.
now.
For real. But yeah, shout out to y'all. Y'all are doing your own thing too.
Yeah.
Y'all are killing it. I listen to all the episodes. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're
Yeah.
always,
Yeah.
I see you liking our reels and stuff. There's a few people that like a dedicated fan base. I think you,
Of course.
OG
Yeah.
fan. Love to see it. Love to see it. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
This has been awesome.
Appreciate you guys for having me. For real. Thank y'all.
All right, you guys, thanks so much for listening to episode 17. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Gian, thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure meeting you and a pleasure having you on.
Yes.
I learned so much about you and just the backstory behind the Buddy Company. I'm really glad that our listeners get to hear that as well.
And please go support.
Yes.
Because not only is it a cool brand, the style is cool. He talks about it in the interview, and they're super comfortable.
I know I need to get one. I saw you wearing it, and I didn't even know, and I was like, that's a dope hoodie.
He really cares, and as you guys heard, he talks about it, and he really cares of what he does and the product that he puts out. So it's worth it. It's worth it to go support a kid like you support us. So
yeah.
We
will see you guys next week. Next week.
We have some
really
coming.
really fun. February is gonna be good. We're gonna be back on our shit in February. Excited for you guys to hear some new content we're gonna come up with, and just kind of get back in our game, and be posting a little bit more consistently. All right, see you guys
next week.
Peace.